to Topics of High Importance, episode... I forget. 47? 48?
I think it's 48. Yeah, 48.
It might be 47.
It might be, but let's say it's 48.
Okay. Episode 48! With our very good friend, Donatella.
Donatella's.
Welcome so much.
Thank you for having me.
Hello.
Hi.
Thanks for making the trip.
You're welcome.
Thank you for accepting our dogs.
They're lovely.
And thank you for smoking with us.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
What are we smoking, Kate?
We're smoking Blue Dream, a sativa strain that gets you high.
Ah.
Yes.
It's one of the ones that gets you high.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Successfully. Ding ding. Train at station.
2 thumbs up.
Yes. So Donatella, tell us a little bit about where you grew up.
I'm an NDGer. Hardcore through and through in Montreal.
Oh.
Yes.
I know nothing of NDG.
That's sad.
It is.
I've most likely been driven through it
And to it.
and to it.
Well, I think
Oh, is
you
that
go.
where Phil's rink is?
I think you.
Is that where
is that considered
Tom
NDG?
lives?
Yeah, I think Tom lives in NDG.
I go there all the time. I've never been very good at knowing where I am on the planet.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Space travel would be fun with you.
Oh man.
You know that
Oh,
planet. The one.
with the
Yeah.
rocks. My dad once dropped me off in Canterbury. Said, I have a meeting. I shall return in 2 hours. Enjoy yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I did about 3 blocks over and over again and then just started panicking. I couldn't get out. I don't know what my brain just doesn't understand
Directions.
I don't know what that says.
Well, you were
about
born
me.
in a good
no,
era.
it's okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. The Google thing helped us so much. Like, I'm pretty good with directions, but I relied on my smartphone in Europe so much.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
imagine.
Oh,
with
yeah.
those coiled streets. And...
Oh, for sure. For
Yes.
sure. Yeah. It
I
was-
have a series called Paul on His Phone that I shot during our honeymoon.
That's great.
Yeah. And it wasn't for social media.
No,
Oh.
just for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll share it someday.
That's amazing.
Everything gets
Wow.
shared.
Okay.
Yeah. What was my other question?
Kate is really high
It's
today.
a- yeah.
It's a fine.
It's
I'm
a
just-
fine.
It's a fine.
Are you making fun of my accent?
Oh, that was so good. Hydration break. Oh. As if you couldn't have talked to each other. I didn't have to.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Paul rolls his eyes a lot on the air.
Yes, I do. You surprise me so often.
Ah.
Like how quickly he just grabbed one of those snacks.
I've been talking for a while.
You've earned it.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, let's start with our topics then.
Oh yeah, you get to choose by picking a number between 1 and 3.
I shall pick number 2.
We're starting off with the right topic, Kate.
The right topic?
Well,
Because I'm eating? Ah! Dessert. That's the topic. Desserts.
Yeah.
And I am jumping into a fantastic little cake by the name of Our Caramel.
how good do you think those tasted when they first came out? Like, those cakes were like, what, in the 60s, 50s?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was
Vachon?
pretty early.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, how, like, you know how as time goes on, it just seems to be getting cheaper and more synthetic and
Yeah.
just tasting weirder. How good was it at its peak?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like grandma's birthday cake.
Yeah,
Like
I was thinking that.
special. Like super moist, not all air.
I can see how so many, like, in that era, so many amazing memories are tied to getting these treats, you know?
Yeah.
And that time, it was probably 50s and 60s. I don't think food was already at... Yeah, was it?
What are you trying to say?
Like, was it still people making the food, or were they already at machines making it
Oh
for
no,
them?
there were machines.
There were machines
Yeah.
at that point, yeah. They were just using, I guess, real ingredients still.
Hopefully for
Yeah.
them. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Or magic?
Oh!
When did they start using magic?
That was just the Keebler elves, right?
Oh, fuck, they're weird.
I like them. They were.
You like them or the cookies?
No, them. The
Okay.
cookies. I don't know. We didn't have.
No?
Or anyways, my parents lied and said that there were none at the grocery store.
Yeah, I never personally got them.
I
but
thought it was, I thought it was
I've had
a
them.
U.S. thing.
Yeah, so maybe it was
Yeah.
just like some fancy friends who had fancy cookies.
Oh.
You know,
Imported.
imported. Yeah.
But I always
This is
felt
the
they
good
kind of look like uncles. They all look like, you know, like there's something off.
Yeah.
Right?
Kind of great, but they all had that little hair sweep, but they were like sharper dressed than like the Rice Krispies.
Oh hell yeah,
No.
yeah. Even though they're living in a tree,
Aren't they basically the same creature?
maybe they're
Because
like
they're both
the pop.
elves, right?
Yeah, so they're just like the ones that sold out in Stardom.
And went
Yeah,
to,
and it's just like we're gonna make we gotta make up identities, guys. We gotta stand out, you know. We gotta be different. So I was thinking, I'm gonna be named Snap.
And you're gonna be Crackle.
Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. I'm gonna be Pat. Oh, the story comes to life. What are we talking about?
Keebler elves.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Desserts.
desserts.
Ah.
Are you a fan of desserts?
I am the #1 fan of desserts.
So main meal or dessert?
Hard choice.
If you had to make a choice.
Back and forth, right? You go back and forth.
Yes, it depends on what's in either hand.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I understand that definitely.
Ooh, fill him.
Everybody, fill your hands.
Okay. On the main side.
Yeah, right now.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Something pasta-y. With like lots of garlic and maybe like capers or like something, a little like exciting element.
Ooh. And?
Yes. Oh, cake. Always.
What kind?
Ooh, carrot cake.
Oh, okay.
No pineapples, no nuts, just like carrot cake. Not nut bread, not muesli, not like campings. No, just cake.
Oh my goodness.
With really good cream cheese frosting. Yeah.
Frosting is so important.
Yeah, oh yeah, but like the carrot cakes are so off, like the moistiness of the carrot cake. I feel like it's more a good one, anyways.
And it's healthy. It's
Yeah,
a vegetable.
it's vegetable.
Yeah,
That's fine.
carrots. Good for your eyes.
That's the one.
That's true, though, right? Is it
No,
true?
I think it's not true. We just fed that bullshit, man.
Yeah,
Fucking
they just
fed that
wanted us to.
bullshit.
I was always told that I would be able to see in the dark. That was the
Oh,
that was the
yeah.
great motivator behind.
Yeah, well,
eating
it see
carrot.
better in the dark. Yeah.
I could find you.
Yeah.
Why didn't they make that shit up for the other vegetables?
Poor marketing.
Tell me, what does broccoli do? Like, oh, you can breathe underwater for like 5 minutes. What? Give me that shit.
I was once like cooking with a bunch of friends, and there's this guy who referred to stalks of broccoli, and he turns around and he goes, "Hey, can you pass me the little trees?" And we all turn around. And like, he's like, "That's what they are. They're little trees." No.
Oh man.
They totally are. Oh, man.
And broccoli's good. Full stop.
But not in desserts.
No.
No. Do not
No.
mix.
No. Yeah, good point.
Not broccoli.
No, I'm just thinking in my back and forth.
Oh,
Like, do I like going to veg and going back to dessert? And like, if it's like fried in butter or something, probably.
Yeah.
So what are your 2 meals?
My 2 meals?
Yeah.
I don't
Right now.
know. I just see 2 furry monkeys. Like curled up in a ball. Okay, wipe it away. I see.
Put them in your pocket.
Put them in my pocket. Oh no, it's around my shoulder. Oh man, there's this technique that you can make up a fairy that walks around with you, and it practices your focus. And yeah, I've only managed to do it for like a couple days, but you like see it and you like dress it, and he like has a personality, and then you sort of imagine him on you and talking to you and stuff.
Are there drugs involved in this process?
No. Well, for sure there can be. I'm sure it helps. I don't know. You know those potatoes with cheese and bacon? Some of them.
Scallop potatoes?
I don't know. no, like they cut up in like a baked potato, you know?
Yes.
And then over here, I'm just gonna say it, Maynard's gummies, Maynard's berries.
Right. So yeah, just a giant pile of that for
Yeah.
you.
I mean, genuinely, after the first 10 to 15, they taste horrible.
Yes.
But I continue because I must.
But which ones? Like the sour ones or the...
The berries. The
Swedish berries.
The Swedish berries.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've always been a bit sensitive to sour.
I get it. It's just not good.
Right. Why?
It's just not okay.
Right? That's the first time I've ever heard it said that way.
No Campari.
It's
for
not
me.
good.
No.
Well, I like it every now and then.
I mean, that's
It kind of makes you
experience,
appreciate the other side.
But it hurts.
Well, I don't go to the extremes. I get like, just plain sour ones. Not extreme sour. It's gonna suck your mouth in. I was like, no. When you just touch it with your tongue and you regret like instantly. No, that's too sour. I want the one that you have to kind of like suck down and it's like, oh yeah, that's sour. That's sour.
And, but then you have a couple, and then your tongue starts to like physically react.
Yeah. You can feel that little layer of skin on your gums kind of just peel off.
Oh, candy.
But I love candy. Candy desserts are my faves. I'm very cheap on desserts. Like, I mean, I'm sure that if I was presented with fancy stuff, I would enjoy it. But like, I'm not into like the very moussey. You like the moussey stuff?
I just like tiramisu.
Oh, right.
Yes.
But doesn't that have like crackly layers as well?
Ladyfingers soaked in booze.
Pardon?
Ladyfingers?
Yeah.
Soaked in booze.
That's what tiramisu is?
Yes.
Really?
Booze and coffee.
Wow.
Yeah, espresso.
It's so good.
Yeah, I feel. I
And
associate it with my. I don't like it because I.
Well,
had
if you
it
don't like
my,
the taste of
no, but I
coffee.
do. If I'd have it now, I'd enjoy it. That sounds lovely. But my stepmom my stepmom was French, and that was a thing. And then she was like changing my dad, and then we were having tiramisu, and I was like, "You fancy bitch!" So yeah, that's why.
Totally.
But thinking back, I shouldn't have held it against the cake.
No.
That was a person.
Well, whenever you're ready, whenever you're ready,
We'll try it again?
Yeah, I'm sure tiramisu is ready for you.
Ladyfingers dipped in what?
Espresso
And booze. These Maywists look like titties.
That's true.
Yeah. What do you have a favorite dessert?
Like when you go to a restaurant, is there one that you're like,
oh yeah,
I'm always hoping they have that
chocolate fondant thing. Like it's a like half cooked chocolate cake, and then you cut into it, and it's kind of
melty,
runny, but like cakey at the same time, and like just a couple of pieces of fruit.
I've always seen that on the menu, and never taken it.
Oh yeah,
I take the brownie or the apple pie, apple crumble, preferably. I love Keanu Reeves. I'm just gonna say that. I went
where?
I went slightly dude-ish, and that made me think of him in Bill and Ted's Adventure.
I was gonna say, Dude, Was My Car? No, definitely not
And
that.
then I just watched Keanu the movie.
Oh, is that good?
It's hilarious. It's incredible.
It's on because it's on Netflix.
Yes. It's perfect for like a Sunday afternoon where you have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I put it in my list.
Great. Oh yeah. Very fun.
That's the one with the
Kitten.
kitten? Yes. Excited to see it. Do you know
Involve
what it
guns?
is?
Yes.
They're
Guns and
they're
kittens?
cops.
Yes.
Amazing. All right.
Sold. Guns and kittens. Not pointed at the kittens, though.
No, I can't deal with another. What's that movie?
John Wick.
Yeah.
I have not seen that.
No,
It's traumatizing.
Oh,
it's a good movie, but
Sad face.
So yeah.
Paul is doing a sad face.
yeah, sad face. Good movie. Sad face.
Handsome man. I'm just listing the things about the film.
Sounds great.
Yeah. I always wonder if it's okay to be like, not turned on sexually, but so turned on by like violence. It's like, what is that in the brain, you know?
Something very hard to pinpoint.
Yeah. It's like, I shouldn't be liking this. Why am I liking this? This is so cool. I mean, obviously the fact that it's not real.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your brain knows that, you know, and there's all that.
Okay.
But oh yes, thank you. I was like, penguin, sure. I have a history of seeing animals in water jugs. One of the first times I got high. Oh, what the fuck was that? Strain.
Pink Kush?
No, it was something else.
Nebula?
I was gone, and I saw a dolphin in the milk jug, and I was just like, it was the funniest thing I had ever seen in my life. I was on all fours in the hallway, just like, Nebula, Nebula.
Oh, goodness.
Do you have a favorite dessert?
A go-to? I really love ice cream. Ice cream is really good. Pistachio ice cream. I like the...
Why are you saying it like that? You're
Like
like
what?
pistachio ice cream is really good.
I don't know.
There's a hint of nostalgia.
Yeah. Oh, is that it? Yeah, you haven't had it in a while. Would you like us to get some pistachio ice cream?
I'm not supposed to be eating sweets. So.
Oh, I'm such a bad partner. See why I say I would fuck up on that marriage quiz thingy?
And people would laugh, so...
Yes, because failure is funny.
Don't we know?
Yeah, for sure. If I don't get a Haagen-Dazs jug of cookie dough ice cream within the next 2 months, I will implode. I have not had it for a long time. I cannot find it.
It is time.
It needs to return to my face.
Oh, yes.
You gotta figure out what they put in that, man.
I don't want to know.
I just want an unlimited supply.
Yes, exactly.
Put it into my veins.
Oh, do you make desserts?
I do.
Yeah?
I bake a lot.
Oh.
Yes. It's pleasant because when you love cake, you have to learn how to make cake because otherwise you always have to buy cake.
Yeah.
It's expensive. It becomes an addiction.
Yes.
Cake's
Yeah.
good. Cake's good.
Yes. I make a lot of pies. My family that sometimes makes me angry, but my family is a pie family. I love pie. Yeah, it's good. You know.
So you prefer to make more cakes?
I prefer to make more cakes, but I end up making way more pies.
Okay.
And
How many pie per month?
I make
In the
many
heart.
pies. Many pies. All the pies you want.
What I love about pies is that they can be sweet or savory.
That's true.
I know. It is.
It's amazing.
It's everybody wins.
You can have a full pie meal.
Yeah, you can't have a meat cake. I mean, you can.
I would not
no,
want
no.
one.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I think
Ham
mealtime
between
probably has something
Ugh.
about it, so I don't know. Maybe.
Would it be?
Meat pie? Meat cake. Like a
I've
meatloaf.
seen a pizza cake.
Like a meatloaf, but instead of
Yeah.
icing, you put like mashed potatoes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
So this
yum.
can. Yeah, that'd be nice.
I like that.
Meat cake.
Someone made a pizza cake I saw that on Facebook, and I was like, oh, you can make your own pizza cake, and I was like, man, it doesn't look that interesting, but I'll see. And then the first 20 seconds, it was just 3 pizza delivery people coming and giving 3 pizzas each.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's going to cost me $1,000 for this cake. No, I'm not going to.
Wait,
Who would ever
I'm
even do
lost.
this?
Is it just a pile of pizzas?
Pretty much, and then he starts putting other stuff on it, and then he bakes it
But
again.
it's not a cake.
Well,
Right?
he calls it a cake because it has multiple layers, and he puts sauce in between all of
Feels
them. and-
manipulative.
yeah.
You're expecting cake, and I love pizza.
Yes.
Oh, fucking, you're also a fan of.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, fuck.
But I mean, you can't, especially since it was so high, you can't enjoy it. It's just too much, you know?
You're slow
You take
miming the, I gotta say.
Like cradling of
Yeah.
food.
Slow miming that fucking pizza cake.
For me, part of the savory and fun part of eating it is the fact that you can manipulate it. If it's just too big, you can't enjoy it. Like when a burger's too big, it's just, okay, well, I'm just going to have a bite of bun, right?
Yes. Oh, no.
And now some of the burger. And, it's just like, no. I want to be able to eat at least a bite, just a small bite of it.
But it's and then there's that line of how the shock value, because people want it to be big, and they keep that in their mind. It's so big.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the best. And then you can't
Could
even
be
finish
bigger.
it. Yeah. Oh my god.
Could be bigger.
We're gonna be having these huge. We're gonna hold it one on either side to be able to hold the fucking burger.
Oh, especially when they're able to 3D print it, they can probably make it bigger and have less calories, right? At that point, I don't know how it's works 3D printed meat, but
3D printed meat is a thing?
yeah. It's been a while they've been working on it. Yeah, definitely. They make burgers and other things already, but it's just the cost is way too high right now
I'm
for
sure.
So they
per burger.
dehydrate it, and then they sort of.
I don't know how. I just know it has been done, and it's still in the process of getting better.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can you go for it? No, you.
Have you guys heard about the meat? It's like ground meat, but it's grown in it's basically a vegetable. It's a new type of fake meat.
But it's grown?
Grown, not harvested humans, but more it comes from plants and
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, is it
Yeah.
algae and stuff?
I have no idea, but it looks like a burger.
Oh, man.
And apparently it even bleeds like a burger, but
Wow.
there's no actual meat.
Whoa. That's what I want. I mean, we've said this so many times. Give it to me, fake. I don't care. I want that. I want that.
Yeah, if it can taste
if you can
how...
trick me,
yeah,
trick me.
yeah, for
Trick
sure.
me.
Take the animals out of the equation.
Yeah. And then slowly mold my palate. I'm supporting a lot of manipulation from an outside force here. But mold my palate to then think that slight vegetable taste is totally what I like now, Kill that bacteria inside you that wants fat food. They're still a bit confused about that. It's a bacteria that talks to you. It doesn't talk to you, but it tells your brain that you need a certain food.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah,
fucked
because
up.
can you imagine if we're not able to communicate our body, we're trusting our bodies to kind of give a sense of what we need, So you want your body to keep doing that same mannerism, that same go after that, because that's good. Especially if it tastes really good, it means it's high in calories, so that
It's comforting.
Yeah.
Also soothes the soul.
Yeah.
Makes dogs crazy.
Makes dogs crazy. Well, it does. Meat makes dogs crazy. I mean, they go
right.
crazy for their little brown nuggets. Can you imagine what they do on a fucking steak? I'll kill anyone you like. Just tell me. Tell me.
And then they betray you every single time because they're just friends with everyone.
That's not true.
That's-
Dogs are loyal like...
Like whom?
I was gonna say hockey puck with an immediate flash to the Toy Story guy going squeak, but that's not from anything. Pardon my snort.
Okay, would you like to give us a number?
Oh, sure. What's gone? 2,
yeah.
3.
3? Disney.
Disney. Here we go.
All right. Is the mood positive or negative?
Positive.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's tough. That's one of the things I wrote was growing
tough.
up to Disney, all I was exposed to was the movies. I didn't know who Walt Disney was or anything, so I was just like, I love these movies, they're fantastic. I love Disney. And then as you get older and you start to understand things of the past and then what it's doing now, and it's just like having a favorite uncle and then slowly finding out that he's really fucked up, and it's just like, what? So it's tough because I want to still feel that nostalgic love when I see these movies, because I still enjoy the stuff that Disney produces, especially now that they own so much.
Yeah.
All the franchises.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the creatives that they have working for them are outstanding.
Oh, for sure,
absolutely.
for sure. Yeah. No doubt. The quality is always, well, not always, but it's been quite
pretty consistent.
Yeah,
for sure. For me, definitely, the animation and the music just enchanted me.
Oh yes.
I got hooked. I had all the VHSs. I had a series of shelves, and it was my Disney shelf, and I had all the cups and the figures and
that's great.
And I would save up my money to go to the fucking store and get these. They were so expensive, these stupid Disney toys. But yeah, I love that shit. I wanted to be a voice actress for Disney.
Really?
In the future. Yeah.
What do you remember the first Disney movie that you've ever seen?
I think it was fucking Snow White in theaters.
Oh, fuck.
How is that possible?
Is that possible?
I think they probably re-released a bunch of them a bunch of times.
It's one of those memories that I'm like, did I make this shit up? Or did it actually happen? Because I remember having an argument, being pissy afterwards because of kid reason number 1 or whatever, and walking on the other side of the street whilst my grandma and my mom walked on, and me, I was like, on one, and I remember that being after the film. So that's why I think it's real.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, I was very
the memory
little.
associated
very,
with it
very
feels
little.
real. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I just remember it being magical, but I don't really remember much else from that. What was yours?
The Jungle Book.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yes, and I was very scared of the monkeys.
Totally.
Yeah, they were not kind. But that was my first memory, and I remember just how it was really shocking because of the brightness and the colors, and everything is moving. So you're kind of looking at everything at once. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. What a beautiful film. Man, the animation back in the... I mean, it's consistent, blah, blah, but the style back then is my... And possibly because that's what I grew up on.
Yeah, for sure.
Hand drawn.
Yeah,
big time.
Dalmatians, Robin Hood, gimme, you know? Dumbo.
No, not Dumbo. Dumbo is... Dumbo is the saddest movie in the whole goddamn universe.
Honestly, I only have pretty horrific memories from that film. As soon as I said it, I was like, but ow.
That one,
but it was beautifully drawn.
That one, Land of the Lost, with the little dinosaurs, and one of them loses its mother, and
Was that
Land of the Lost?
Yeah.
Land of Lost Lands.
Yeah, with the plotty guy. The plotty guy?
Oh no, The Land
Was it
Before
a Star
Time.
Trek
The
name?
Land
The Land Before Time.
Time.
With
Littlefoot.
Yes.
Littlefoot.
And
And Petrie.
Petrie!
Yeah.
Yes.
And Sarah. Was it Sarah?
Yes, the Triceratops.
Yeah.
Hard-headed little girl.
Yes!
I was trying to be so tough. Just be everyone's friend. Don't be so mean.
She was great.
Yeah.
I related to her 100%.
Oh goodness.
I thought it was weird that her name was Sarah. Because, everybody else had,
Spike.
Littlefoot names.
yeah,
Yes, that's
Petrie.
Yeah.
That's true.
But is Petrie from, a Petri dish? And if so, what is a Petri dish named after?
No. Oh, but he's so cute.
Yes.
And then there was Ducky. Ducky with the big lips. Ducky was the
Oh
little,
yes.
the one that spoke like a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
And Spike.
Yes.
The one
Spike
who didn't speak.
No.
He was like a stegosaurus, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
What, isn't it weird when they do that? Like on Gargoyles, they also had a dog. You know, like, they're the same thing as you, so, mostly. Like, that dinosaur is still a dinosaur like their dinosaurs,
Yeah.
but they treat him like a dog. Don't they treat him like a dog?
I think so, but I mean, I
filling
haven't
in a
seen that
blank
movie
here.
in so long.
Yeah,
But it's
me
possible. I don't know.
Disney.
Disney.
I just got back on the
Those are the ones
topic train.
the ones that make us cry.
Oh, you want to hear the mission statement of Disney?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. The mission of the Walt Disney Company is to be one of the world's leading producers and providers of entertainment and information.
Information.
Yeah, well, now they have like so many networks and stuff, so it's more than just.
Oh, was that their current business statement?
Yeah.
Ah.
And I like how they wrote one of the world's leading producers. Fuck off! It's probably the leading. Like they want to be like basically control the world.
Well,
And you see,
probably.
they
They
could,
do.
Yeah.
They pretty much dominate
Yeah.
movies.
but they don't
Yeah.
dictate government. They could.
They own 80% of ESPN. That's what I read today. I know, but I always when big companies eat up other companies, do they like downsize a bunch, or do they just sort of
depends.
buy them in whole bunches?
If they think that they're really profitable as is, they'll leave them do their thing, and they'll just kind of like slap
Take
their
the
name
money.
on it, and it's like, that's ours.
Okay, right.
For other things, they'll be like, okay, this is not working, doesn't make sense, so we're just going to dilute it and put them, like, some of the teams on other projects and try to... So, it depends.
Do CEOs use war table maquettes?
Oh, man, they probably do.
I'm sure.
We don't see enough of that on shows.
Clunk, clunk, clunk. Yep.
I move my shares from...
Yeah, especially
whatever,
now
to
with everything that's
Nickelodeon.
being leaked and stuff, they're probably really worried, so they're going to be, like, designing these fucking bunkers type of things where everyone's got to hunker down and lead... I hope I'm not giving them ideas. I hope, you know.
Oh, yeah, this is recorded.
Yes. Hi. Nice to meet you.
That's Kate, Paul, and Donatella.
That's me.
Oh, that accent broke off the top. It was a good one. Oh,
Uh-oh.
crimply dessert. Did you hide your love of Disney as a child?
No.
I wore it proudly on my clothes.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind? Do you remember? You must have had like a favorite T-shirt.
I feel like I remember a sweater around the Little Mermaid era. So it was like 7, maybe 8, and like having a guppy fish on it.
Awesome.
I liked Flounder. He was cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh man,
Always.
Flounder. The first time I saw The Little Mermaid was at a friend's house. Like it was something weird about this memory. Something weird about it.
It was underwater.
I was a very jealous kid, and I couldn't find that movie, and she had it. And I was so fucking jealous.
Man.
But I was also incredibly grateful to be watching it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The mix of emotions as a child. Give it to me now! Yeah. I grew out of it eventually, right, Polly?
Yeah.
What did you... 101 Dalmatians is my favorite, by far. I mean, the doggies.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so amazing. My nose is froze. My toes... It's a moment.
Oh, yes, it's the little pudgy one.
Oh, wasn't his name like Pudge or something?
I think so. That's cute.
Oh my goodness, that movie, and it was so beautifully drawn, and the human couple were so nice
Yes.
and like strong and loving, and one of those nice, healthy relationships.
true.
Although now that I think about it, if I watch it again, I'll probably see that they're like not really.
No.
No,
No, come on! You've got to believe it's like
Okay.
Madame from the Aristocats.
I
Like,
haven't
you have to
seen
believe-
that one. I feel
Really?
like I there's something about I must have seen it like once.
Oh, it's the one with all the jazz. Like it's just so great.
Oh my god, I have to watch that again.
It's beautiful, and the cats are adorable. But it's Paris. I think it's like
Oh.
Paris from the 1920s that was drawn, and
Holy
it's
shit,
really lovely.
Yeah, it was a YouTube
Background's supposed to
video.
be beautiful.
They show the cats and people dancing.
Yes.
It's the same scene. They just
Yes.
changed the dynamics. It was really cool.
And the art style is pretty, like, essentially the same as
As 101
Yeah.
Dalmatians, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this a lot.
Yes. But what's the phase that comes after that? Because then the drawing style changed. Is that more like Lady and the Tramp?
Yeah, I feel like that
Like
got
cleaner lines?
yeah,
And like,
yeah. Still that lovely smush.
Very.
And then, fun fact:
Oh.
Christian Bale played Thomas in Pocahontas. Does this mean anything to y'all?
Who is Thomas?
In Pocahontas, there's John Smith, right?
Yeah.
Hot blonde man. Oh, boom, boom, big boots, you know. But there's this younger guy called Thomas, a little red head, and he kills Cocoam because he panics. And then John says, "Get out of here! Get out of here!" And then they capture John, and it's anyways, Thomas. I've always had a crush on Thomas, and he was voiced by Christian Bale.
So now you have a crush on Christian
There you
Bale.
go. Thus, Christian Bale.
Isn't this?
Does that mean you have a crush on Batman?
I hate his Batman.
Oh, wow.
Strong opinion.
Yeah,
sorry.
especially with what's his face right now?
Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Oh man, I have not liked most Batmen.
Okay. Which
They
one?
just can't get
There's
the
not
neck
that many
thing
left.
down, and
Which
it
one?
makes me uncomfortable.
So which is there one out there that you did enjoy?
I feel like
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton was probably,
Okay. He did.
figure it out, but they were pretty. They
Not
was
George
okay.
Clooney.
I don't remember. George, isn't that just a joke? Isn't that one of these like let's pretend it didn't happen?
Yeah.
movies
Yeah. It is.
with Alicia Silverstone
Yes.
or
Yeah,
something.
They
and-
had all these new
Yeah.
evil guys, and it was
and
weird.
it was the only suit that he had nipples.
Why?
I don't know. His armor had nipples. If I were a villain, that would be the first thing I would notice. And just like, what's
Wait
going on,
a
Betsy?
minute.
Is it cold out?
Batman need a sweater.
You would shave those off the first day. You'd be like, no, it doesn't work, Alfred. Get rid of the... Or...
And Alfred, he always comes off as like I like Michael Caine's, but like he comes off as someone who would be such a bitch. He would just like pull a nipple off of a suit and just cut it off. And like, there you go.
Who was it in that movie?
It's not Gary Oldman. It's the other one.
We're talking about Michael Keaton's...
Well, that role.
That was
yeah.
Michael Caine.
Alfred.
Alfred, yeah.
Alfred.
The Alfreds.
I don't know. I don't recall.
Darn it. I have a favorite at some point. I just can't. Oh, probably in the cartoons. Way more than the live people. Why are we talking about the live people? What are we talking about in general? Disney.
Disney.
Disney that owns
Does
all the
Disney...
things.
No, Disney doesn't own Batman.
No.
Out of all the comics.
The only one.
Oh, goodness.
Well, whoops.
Whoops.
Yeah. Are you big into the what they've purchased? The Marvel?
I am now because of a certain movie that came out
Oh,
in the
yeah.
last couple of
Yeah.
weeks.
Fuck yeah.
Now that there's Black Panther, I'm like, I will be watching these movies with great interest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
we
cool.
finally got to watch it. It's
Yeah.
so fucking good.
Oh, I was hoping Fox would release everything else
Yeah.
to Marvel so they can just remake everything. One thing I didn't like about the first X-Men was that they took away all the culture from all the characters. You know, this is partly because they had trouble doing it as well, but so many of them lacked their heritage from the show, which I thought was really cool. Because as a kid, that I think was one of the shows that I was really drawn to, was because of the voice acting was so unique. And I guess it was
the dude that
unique.
plays
Everyone was,
Wolverine.
it's
sure.
just like Rogue was, Texan,
Southern,
a southern accent, and
That's true.
Colossus was Russian.
Yeah,
Who
for
else?
sure.
Storm.
Nightcrawler is different as well.
Yeah.
He's
Nightcrawler was from
Russian different.
France.
I'm picturing them as Planeteers for some reason. I think it's just the voices and the style of drawing.
It's very similar colors. They use very similar flashy colors.
Yeah.
The shows resemble slightly. And it was just really, really cool. That's why I really enjoyed that they were just so different. I used to try to mimic them as well. It was really fun. Yeah.
Oh man! But what I was saying I don't want to geek out a bit about Black Panther.
Let's.
That with fucking Avengers coming out on April 27th.
Oh man.
With what seems to be a lot of Black Panther in the film.
Yeah.
And not just him, but his world. So then, like, we're getting almost like a second Black Panther.
Yes, we are.
Within like a month and a half. It's fucking crazy.
Whoever planned this.
Genius.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Genius.
We love this person. May they be celebrated always.
Yeah, and I just hope it's a domino effect now of just, let's just make movies about everyone.
Yeah.
Especially if it's already a famous movie from that culture. You know, like Ghost in the Shell. How they just,
Yeah.
let's take that and change it. And it's just like, you didn't have to. It was already good as is.
Well, for specifically Ghost in the Shell, the body, like she is white.
Yeah.
But like so that wasn't. It's more like everything else around her. I feel like that is the problem. It's like the new. There's no swords in it. They're fucking AI people. Not Ryan Reynolds. The other one. Oh God.
You are miming finger bunnies. I can't.
Ryan Reynolds?
No, not Ryan Reynolds. The other one who is
Burt
also
Reynolds?
super handsome.
Ryan Gosling?
Yes! And he was in with that other guy who crashes planes. He was Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford. And then they're... Come on, sci-fi.
Oh, Blade Runner.
Blade Runner!
Sorry.
Watching you work that out was incredible and exhausting.
Oh man, we should play charades.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I saw your charades, as you can imagine.
Charades high.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yes.
What are we doing? 15 minutes later. Oh, goodness.
Oh. But yeah, so in Blade Runner, like, everything is, like, taken from the Asian culture, and there's no Asians in the film. It was like, take.
Isn't it
Boom.
like that in the first one? In the first
Oh, is it
one?
as well in the first
I
one?
think so.
Oh my
They
goodness.
just
I'm not
try to
sure.
mimic the same world, I guess, then.
Yeah. Appropriation, right? Yep. And they're just like, it's fine. Just slap up a nice, handsome white man on it.
There you go.
And it's all good.
They will bark at him and threaten to eat him.
Oh, Disney. Any other Disney thoughts?
Aladdin is my
Oh,
favorite.
high fives on
Yeah,
that one. It
yeah.
is the best.
Yeah. Robin Williams and just the bright colors and the story. Although that cartoon absolutely destroys it.
Oh,
The TV show?
No,
Oh, I
someone
forgot
made
about the TV
an
show.
animated. It was okay. Was it good? I don't remember.
I watched it.
There's a lot of shows like that that I watched that were like spin-offs of a famous movie. And they were always just good enough to just fill the... Like, I don't remember. But I like you said, I think I watched it.
Yeah, they kept you... Like, it was close enough to keep you entertained
Yeah.
for what it was. Yeah. But, like, yeah, Aladdin is... It's a perfect time to panic! Which was not a good impression for that moment. When they're in the cave, and he's with Abu, and Abu's like, like this is, you know?
Yeah.
I think that parrot, Gilbert Godfrey,
my
is a
God.
parrot.
Oh
It
my
was
goodness.
it's the best thing. Like, I get that, like, Robin Williams is great,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that fucking
for
parrot
sure.
on stilts wearing a beak like a flamingo
Oh.
is still one of those perfect funny moments.
Yes.
I would love to hear the
my
pitch,
God.
how he got it. And just like, we want you to be a parrot. I was like, yes!
Yes!
Cha-ching!
Was he like one of the first assholes in Disney films? 'Cause they're, like, it's all like fantasy and witches and sorcerers, and then all of a sudden there's assholes.
That's true.
Like him and like the guy who plays not Death, but in Hercules. Hades. Yeah,
Hades.
He's kind of an asshole too, isn't he?
Yes.
He's like a fucking jerk.
But so is Scar also in The Lion.
True. Does he have some loser moments like that?
Yeah, but
like
he's the
that
villain.
bleed through.
No, he is a villain.
Everyone else was not the villain,
he's
right?
not a jerk.
Hades.
Well, no,
was
but
Hades,
I
was
don't
Hades
mean
the
I don't
villain?
necessarily
remember.
mean I
Okay,
don't necessarily
well, then,
mean sidekick. Like they could be the villain.
Well,
and be
then
an
usually
asshole,
you
too.
want to be the contrasting to the hero, right?
Yeah. But then before it was always like, I'm more powerful than you, and then it just became, ha, I don't like you. You know, it's fucking.
Well, I guess
Ooh,
it got
Atlantis.
stale.
Did you like Atlantis?
I had not thought of that movie. I don't even know if I've seen it.
It's good.
Yeah.
You're talking about the space one?
No. You're thinking, shit. Was there a something with a
Treasure?
Treasure Planet?
Okay.
That's a fave for a lot of people. I haven't
Yeah?
really watched it. Apparently, it's like a design marvel. Like the characters are really, really awesome.
Cool, and that's Space Pirates, right?
I think so. Yeah, Atlantis is under the water,
Yeah.
like the
the sunken continent.
sunken city of Atlantis.
Atlantis.
Atlantis. I like it a lot. With Michael J. Fox as the lead.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Are you doubting that this exists? You're doing
You're
your
saying
doubty
this...
face.
Well, I don't remember what we were talking about.
Atlantis? The film by
Okay, there's
the
a film.
Disneys.
Okay, Disney
Yes.
made a film, Atlantis.
I'm sure you've seen it. The lead chick has like long white hair, like Aztec-y type feel, but
Live
Atlantis.
action?
No, man, animation, man.
Animation? I don't know.
I feel like there's like a 90s TV show about like colonies of people living underwater called Atlantis. I feel like I watched that on like TGIF at some point.
Yeah.
What?
There's so much blurred TV. I wish I could just pull back.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, I went through like a wormhole of just looking from one old show to another, and I was like, oh my god, I completely oblivious to the. Oh my god, yes, I remember I watched it for like 5 years. Oh my god, I remember that show. Oh my god, I remember that show. Oh my god, and it's just like, oh, why? It's all gone. It's
That
all
makes me
gone.
want to go down that spiral.
Yeah.
It's
That sounds fun.
It's fun and sad because you're just like you won't be able to
Well,
watch these.
yeah.
Or remember what.
Yeah, like that cat detective thing that you reminded me
Oh,
about.
Bonkers.
Bonkers, a cartoon called
Bonkers.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, it's back into your head.
Yeah, it was this real world. It was animated cartoon, real
Okay.
world. Everyone is human, except this guy is a cat, and he's like
He's a cop.
he's a cop, and he's like from Animaniacs world. You know, he's just
Oh.
like bonkers, and other
Okay.
things talk too. So like a police radio is alive.
Oh, I love that kind of
What?
animation. Like the Warner Brothers shit is goofy.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, really goofy.
Oh.
So it's very like real world, and all of a sudden they just like Jukebox is gonna be alive. These no.
They're all
It's like
They're
Who
all-
Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yes.
Almost.
Oh,
Yeah,
but fuck!
yeah.
When I watched that again, it's so dark when he's like threatening to. Does he burn a shoe?
Yes,
he does.
he goes really, really close, and then he throws it. I think something dies.
Yeah. And
It's sludge.
Yeah. Fuck. Creepy as fuck. Yeah. So, just,
There's one already.
Yeah.
I don't have to make
oh,
so
thank
much
you.
noise.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm a child.
Yes, you are.
That's all right.
All right, let's move to the last one.
What?
Yeah, so getting close to the end.
It's all right.
It's all right.
We'll make it.
The show will continue, and this evening can also continue, and it will with chicken and potatoes. It's great when you remember the food you prepared. It's the best moments. There must be like over 20. Oh yeah, we have pizza moments on this podcast.
I love it. That's great.
Oh
So kids is the last topic.
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
children.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who works with children, I love them, especially when they're going home.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a love-hate relationship.
And you working with them? Check out my notes. I wrote molding clay.
Molding clay.
So how do you feel about influencing their young minds?
At this particular moment, I'm like, oh, they let me take care of them. That's funny. Like, questionable choices on their part, perhaps. No, but otherwise, I think I come from a good stock, and I was molded by, grown-ups such as myself, and so it's all right. It's kind of nice. And then when you see them, like, you've contributed, and you see them, and they're lawyers, or they're doing all these adult things.
Oh, cool.
It's kind of nice.
That's really sweet. Yeah. Because they do grow up, don't they? Little bastards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like them. No, but I do. I feel like I'm holding a glass of champagne. I swear I do. They're so lovely. I'd have them if I could, but I don't have the money. Yeah, because they would scare me. Like, there was something... My parents got divorced when I was a kid, so that's the usual scarsy-warsies. And then I became sort of afraid of babies. Like, if someone had brought a baby... Like, I have this specific memory. I was at my boyfriend's house, and a neighbor came over with a newborn.
Okay.
And I, retreated to his bedroom and cried because I was so uncomfortable with this baby in the house. So that took a while to... I don't even know what the fuck, I don't know, man. That might have actually been because my dad had kids after with another woman. So it may have been babies are bad because they're from
yes,
the connection was a child.
Babies
makes.
replace me, so all these babies.
Babies are bad. Yeah. Oh well, there we go. We fixed that.
Glad that happened.
and then I started just being annoyed by them, but then enjoying freaking them out in public spaces. I would do it as I worked at HMV. Parents are looking for DVDs. Child is unattended. You just look at them really creepy, and then they kind of react, and it's funny. So I did that for a while.
I feel like I'm learning so much. And that now I see your true colors.
Oh. Well, then I started seeing them as individuals, and it's been better since.
Oh my goodness.
And you?
One-on-one, I think almost 90% of the time it's an absolute fantastic experience. Especially if they trust that you're getting, not necessarily to their level, but you kind of just let everything down. It's really easy to communicate. When you can do that. But as soon as it's in a group, my goodness, it could be fantastic or it could be absolutely horrible. And I see both of them, and sometimes, you're just like, here you are! You're kids! If you weren't kids, I would threaten to punch you in the face! And they've done so much better jobs of aggravating me than any adult has ever done. They are so good at pushing buttons. They understand the games, and you really have to understand. It's just patience is going to win, but you're going to detest it. You're going to.
It's so true. How are they so mean sometimes? You can see that they're just plotting, and they're thinking about your demise.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What age do they start being evil?
I don't know.
When did you start to have your evil thoughts? Every now and then.
I don't fucking remember.
No?
I don't even remember who my parents are.
I think you can start being devious when you're 6, 7.
Mm-hmm. That sounds right.
And then you start getting influenced by others, which just makes everything explode. I know I would do much crazier things, and I was thinking of elementary school. This dude who was so outgoing, and when I was with him, I felt invincible because he was so, so I was so outgoing.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Which I feel I kind of lost a lot of that, and I don't hang out with that many type of people who are like that, so I'm a lot more quiet and reserved and all that now.
Ooh.
But yeah, so just imagine that with 12 other kids that are just like that, and especially if they're not coming from great situations, they're just full of energy, and they just they don't want to be told what to do when they're always being told what to do, and it's not fun, So I tried to be
Zen.
Zen, and just let them know that you just follow some rules.
Please. That's what scares me about kids, is that there's nothing you can do within a certain limit, obviously. And it's just like, that makes me, like, you lose complete control over a child. And there's like, like, I remember Les Gardiennes, genre, like, they would ask older kids to take care of the at recess, you know? Oh. And then there was this asshole kid who would, like, pin us against the fence and, like, shake us.
What?
And he was, like, one head lower than me. It was so embarrassing. Don't laugh, you monster.
Oh.
I'm not laughing.
I hate you all. So what are you gonna do? You want me to break his fucking kneecaps? I don't know limits. I don't know 0 to 60. Oh man.
Oh my goodness. I could just put you back in that body for that moment.
I would kick his ass. Oh, I did. I was like, I wasn't a bully, but I have this one, because I felt very low status to begin with, so I wasn't going to bully anybody else. But there was one year where, like, me and my friend were, like, hanging out with a couple younger kids from, like, 1 year under us. Mm-hmm. And there's this one time, and it was mostly just, like, verbal banter type of nonsense, but there was this one time that I had this, like, power rush, or I don't know, some kind of kid bullshit, and I stepped on his foot and I pushed him to the ground. And it was not cool.
No.
And because I felt so above him, and I was like, you're nothing. And I felt like, you know?
Yeah, we would do that to our friends. But I mean...
Oh, well, stupid...
Yeah, my favorite was the kicking of the heel while the foot's going up.
Oh, I hate that shit.
It's just like you're stepping forward and then... and if you do it right, it just makes a nice little loop and it doesn't hurt. You know, so the foot just goes... just like a long step. If you do it wrong, you kick them and it hurts and all that other stuff. But if you do it really well, papers sometimes fly. I'm gonna be late now. And you're like, sucker.
Damn you, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, the past.
And then he does it to you, and you're like, oh, karma.
But isn't that like incessant with mostly boys? I'm gonna get you back.
No, the girls are quite okay at doing it as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Those very stereotypical group dynamics are in place very fast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I see it with, like, 6-year-olds.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Sometimes I'm like, why are you so mean? You should be on Real 6-Year-Old Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, shit.
You're just like...
And are they, like, when do they get smart? You know what I'm saying? No, but I hear these things about, like, 3-year-olds saying really sassy shit. And I'm like, but that doesn't... How is a 3-year-old
processing all that?
Oh, so they're just repeating. They're not, like, fully understanding what they're saying. Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Especially...
that's scary otherwise.
Yeah, what they see, what they're exposed to, so... Especially if that's what they... like do it as a joke, so like when you notice that the child is doing that you can actually shape them. So some people make it funny, you know. It's
like an MP3 player in a teddy bear.
Yes, my plan is complete.
Fuck. That's what people do with birds. Why not do it with kids? Right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm not intending to have children. Don't worry, world. It's okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna have a caramel now.
So mean.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, boy whose name I don't remember. Oh, that made it worse.
Yeah.
Please don't listen to this podcast. I I hope he's not molding a wooden figure of me. Oh, you don't mold wood, do you?
That would be uncomfortable, probably.
It's in the future, and he's doing it with his mind because he was experimented on.
That would be a pretty sweet power, to be able to bend the elements.
Yeah.
You can just shape
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Isn't there an atom guy? Oh no, he just makes booms.
Pretty sure you can rearrange things too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of shapeshifters, but like
Stuff shifters.
stuff shifters. I like that. I like that a lot. I want to be a stuff shifter.
That name, it sounds like a very like low class level of that power.
Hey,
Yes.
What do you do? Stuff shifter.
there's no Sailor Moon transformation for me.
Was it an Alex Mack, that TV show that they could do that or something? I feel like
water chick.
yes.
Yeah,
I
she would
thought-
turn into a liquid. And
Oh, that was the only thing
Yeah.
that she could do.
What did she
Pretty
do
much.
with that? Or does that
She went and
just spied?
snuck around
Yeah.
on people and solved mysteries.
Yeah.
Oh right. In that T1000 water pump.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
totally. Yeah.
The Secret Life of Alex Mack. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
What was it?
Who knew? Her best friend? Her brother? Someone must have known.
Yes,
It was a
both.
dude, I think it was. Was
Yeah.
it a dude? I don't remember who her best friend was. I've seen the show a few times, though, that's for sure. YTV.
YT.
Oh.
Yeah, I had that YTV.
Phil?
Yes. Phil.
Asian, long hair.
Oh, I'm thinking Tarzan Dan for some reason.
Tarzan
Well, who was Tarzan Dan?
Yeah, he
Oh,
was
he used to do
VJ there.
Yeah.
Oh, he was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
In the early days, I guess, then he used to host the countdown of video clips as well.
Oh, but what was he Tarzan-y?
No, that was just his
just a
name.
name,
He
yeah.
was like a balding middle-aged man.
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell?
He was like an anglophone Claude Rajot.
Oh, oh my god. I haven't heard that in so long. Claude Rajot. Oh, but I love that show. I loved it. And then there was that girl who had that kid voice. It took me a while to adapt to that. Don't you remember? She was the later seasons. And she had
Maybe,
that child
yes,
voice.
yes.
And then I saw like a
There was
Maury
Paul.
Povich with women who had that problem, and it was like they can't order pizza because they think they're being pranked.
Oh.
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
I thought it was gonna be like, but they don't mind and they trap people with their teeny tiny voices. Waiting for the other shoe to
because
drop.
It's Maury
It's
Povich,
like, it's
right?
Maury
Yeah.
Povich. It's gonna get juicy.
Yeah, it's good, so there's going to be a twist.
It was
No.
always weird. He's such a dad character, and he does this trashy show. Well, that's a weird combo. It's like Mr. Rogers hosting
But he
the show.
even has the look. He always has a little cardigan.
Yes.
Like, it's not a zip up and he doesn't change his shoes on and off. But, like, he does try to make himself look like Mr. Rogers.
Oh, my
which is
goodness.
rude.
Oh man, he was like televised meditation. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh,
Children.
I
Just
like that.
Coming down the stairs, like taking the sweater really slowly.
Yeah, just
Gotta
enjoying
put
life,
it
right?
on. Just like, yeah, fucking taking his time.
And then talking to his little trolley that would, like, move forwards and backwards
Yeah.
and toot toot. And that was it. It was
That's all you needed. I was like, that thing's alive. I've seen him talk.
pretty great.
Yeah, and then it would go to fucked up puppet land. That's where it would go.
I recently saw a photo of what those puppets looked like. They did not look like that when I was a child.
I know.
I
Huh?
thought they were really cool and that, like, Samuel Tiger was a badass. And
I
he
saw
just
it.
looks like a sock.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
They're so weird.
I
Yeah.
didn't enjoy that part of the program.
No.
I
did
just
not.
came back for the toot toots and the didn't he have like morals and stuff?
Oh,
and, like,
very
yeah,
much.
yeah,
He was
yeah,
a
yeah.
reverend,
Oh really?
pastor, I don't know. No, not priest. But reverend.
I was gonna say priest Clinton. That's not anything.
New.
Ah, balls. Let me see. Hey, I have a list, guys. I didn't even go to the other ones. For desserts, I wrote risk, reward, fancy, past limits, bribery, deals, motivation, do it yourself, bakery, slow, sounds of appreciation. And I didn't even bring any of those things up.
Well, it's an
But now I
opposite
did.
guy, right?
Yes, indeed. But kids, what the fuck did I mean by this? Scared to the point of tears? What?
Have you ever? I don't know.
What the fuck is that? Was that? Okay, I'm possessed. No, maybe just like, no, what the fuck? Scar? What? Scarred doesn't make it better. Like, what? That's really dark. Anyways, divorce? Okay, I was on a... I'm sorry, this is my therapy prep. How do you control a kid? We went through that. Yeah, tantrum, molding, like right versus wrong. That's the big time, right?
It's a huge lesson.
When you're learning that. That's why it's important to have these Mr. Rogers on the television.
Yeah.
And be good if mom and pop know a thing or two.
It would be all right, yes.
Yeah. Right? I feel like my parents didn't really talk to me about my feelings. You know what I'm saying?
You know, people who grew up in those nice families where feelings were discussed, you know, let them be happy in their happy lives with their happy lives.
Care Bear breakfasts.
Yeah.
That's why
Telling their friends what's actually going on instead of just being like, I'm fine, and retreating to a corner. Or constantly saying, sure, I'll come to your thing, and then canceling 10 minutes before because you were actually still lying in your bed eating, like, cookies.
Yes. Oh, my God, I know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I stay away from socializing as much as possible. Yeah, it's easy. I like this going to shows thing, because then you can socialize, watch a fun show, and then you can go home logically. You know?
You get the quiet.
Yeah.
It's like the quiet is almost like the treat at the end of the socializing.
Yeah. Yeah, the metro ride home. Reading the messages engraved into the wall.
Yeah.
Influence sponges, as we discussed the swearing, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Passing on genes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing. There's like this really interesting field of science called epigenetics that is currently studying how trauma can be transmitted generationally through DNA. Anyways, it's very, very interesting to read about.
Yeah, I think I read an article talking about survivors of the Holocaust and their children being affected by that.
Yeah.
And then the grandchildren, like it alters the DNA or something. Like the trauma alters the DNA, and then that's passed on.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, it's
intense.
Yeah.
you can just pass that kind of stuff over. Like, what else have we not noticed yet that we, you know?
So much.
Yeah.
For sure. That's what.
Imagine if we can just extract that information and just be like, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Look harder.
Boom! Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, let's end it like that.
Actually, that's one of Paul's. That's the one you quote.
Awesome.
One of the ones you quote the most.
Which is like when she's trying to look for something and she can't find it. I'm not going to tell her where it is yet.
Look harder. Oh, Rafiki, I love it.
Yeah, I think that's definitely my number 2. I think that's my first Disney film I remember crying. For sure.
Me too. Same memory.
Mufasa. Yeah, Mufasa died. Oh. Yeah, it was good. Everything worked. Everything was nice.
Everything was great.
And especially that's the type of thing that is like bugs me about this world is that the potential for everyone to be happy is there. Oh, yeah. So it's just like, it's tough being at the bottom and just like shaking your hand at the Pride Rock and like, hey, what's going on? But things are great. And then fucking dies.
Was murdered.
Yeah.
Mufasa was like JFK or something.
Oh my god.
It was. Oh, God. I'm gonna cry again.
So sorry.
Oh no. Wow.
So who's Simba supposed to be then?
No. JFK Jr. died too.
Oh no! Oh no! Don't you dare make a sequel, Disney. Don't you make it happen. Don't you kill Simba. Unless they might have already done it. Did they already do it?
I don't know. There was a 2, and that was with Simba's daughter.
Was it 2 or was it 2.5?
There's both, yeah.
Okay.
1.5
1.5.
is Timon and Pumbaa.
Yes.
Okay.
Duo extraordinaire. even if we've established in many conversations, I talk about Timon and Pumbaa.
They're great.
Perhaps too much. It's manipulative and slightly abusive. He takes all his ideas, makes him feel little, but then he makes them feel big. So it's all right.
They share the bugs 50-50
like
though, right? Although he probably doesn't eat as much as
They
Pumbaa.
share the bug. Oh,
I don't see any.
There seem to be plentiful bugs.
Yeah,
I don't think they're sharing so
It's
much
not like
as
he's
gobbling.
controlling things of his. Yeah.
Talk
Those
about
big
animation.
slurpy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, no.
The grub.
Yeah.
Yes!
No, thank you.
Slurping it up.
When Simba takes it the first time, it's
Yeah.
so sloppy.
Oh yeah, and he doesn't really know how to eat it, so it's
And
just
he
like
makes a little
slobbering.
face, and it's like a spaghetti that whacks him in the face.
Yes! Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Simba was a child. Smarter than we think. But according to your responses from my earlier comment, I think I just underestimate children.
They're pretty smart. They're sharp.
Yeah.
Could they... you shouldn't do this. But if you put them in an escape room, how well would they do?
Well,
How old?
yeah.
Like a bunch of 2-year-olds is not going anywhere.
Just loving the coasters. Like, oh.
Throwing things, crying in a corner.
Oh my god. Slightly related, maybe. Wouldn't it be cool if they had reality TV where they're competing, but at the end, but they're nice to eat, there's no elimination. They just keep learning and getting better from one.
And
So
at the
who
end, they
wins?
vote for each other.
Yeah, something something positive.
Well, people want a climax.
That they do.
Yeah, totally.
So
But I just
where
feel
is it there?
We feel like the negative is that instinctive, I want it, need it.
Well, yeah.
And that's my go-to.
A lot of people say that conflict.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, that you need conflict to get to success.
Yeah.
But if
But
you remove the conflict and you still don't have the success, you have neither.
No, but you could just, I would love to see people progress at a thing, it doesn't have to be a contest.
Well, what's going to happen at the end of the thing?
I don't know. They each get a prize. They each, for their experience and for their learning.
Have you watched the Great British Family Cook-Off show or thing?
I have not, but I've heard very good things
It's
about it.
great, and that's exactly how it works. They're always ending up gushing about the other team, and they're like, "What their cooking smells so good. We want to win, but we love them, and we're gonna have dinner, and we're
wonderful.
happy, yay, friends." But yeah, that kind of has that, and someone gets eliminated, but there's no crying. There's just tasting of food.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. See, that sounds nice. I feel
Yeah.
and it's like the new series of Queer Eye has touched so many people.
I cried.
Yes.
It's sad.
Which was your favorite?
I only watched one episode,
Oh,
and then I cried, and then I felt terrible, so I was like, I'm not watching the
Oh,
rest.
no, you must. It's a smile fest. And tears, and tears.
Yeah, that's it. It was the first episode, so it was the man with who ended up wearing a cat, a grandpa's cap,
Oh,
and
yeah. Oh,
they
he
taught him how to
was.
make guacamole and to stop wearing socks and sandals or whatever. It
Yes.
was so sweet, but I cried like a baby.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Like a baby.
Oh,
Sensitive.
like
Like
a baby.
They're loud noises at first, right? Where does it start?
Starts
Smells.
with an ad.
I'm Tom Zalatni, host and producer of Up for Discussion, a long-running comedy podcast on the Upford Network. Every week, me and my team of hilarious improvisers use audience-submitted questions to dive deep and delicious into every topic under the sun. Nothing is off limits. The audience has full control. It's like going to an improv show, only it's in your ears, and nobody's asking to see a scene about sex toys. Hopefully. One reviewer called it an underappreciated cult classic. Another reviewer called it not a very compelling product. Go check it out and see for yourself. The Up for Discussion podcast. Available wherever fine podcasts are sold.
Oh, nice. Oh, shit. I have to shut up. Sorry.
I'm Julian McKenzie, co-host of the Scrum Podcast, a sports show I'm doing with my podcasting partner in crime, Tristan D'Amour, on the Upford Network. Every week, we analyze something different from the Canadian sports media landscape. Lack of diversity, getting a job in the field, coverage of different sports, and answering some of the harder questions. Through a combination of back-and-forth discussion and high-profile guest interviews, we're aiming to figure out exactly what's up in the world of sports. Find us wherever podcasts are sold. iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, SoundCloud, Message in a Bottle, Morse Code, Telegram, Singing Telegram.
We'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
Have like nice little cue cards, little moment. Oh, we can have like a popsicle stick with Julian's face, and then a popsicle stick with Tom's face, and I'd be like, "Time for Julian, Dad," and then you'd be like, I think that's the way to go.
That's
a
the
great
way?
idea.
All right, put it in research and development.
Will do. In my back pocket. Oh, I've always wanted one of those tubes that you put a message thing in.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, those
Right?
are great.
Totally.
Do they still have them at Costco?
I feel like that's the only place they have
Right?
them.
Yeah.
In the world,
Yeah.
right? Oh, it's like Hogwarts.
But think about it. That was like the safest place for deposits. I don't think they do that anymore, though. But
Oh, it's for their money?
yeah, they would just send a deposit. So it would just fall into a thing. They would fill out all the information, just send the cash.
And now I have a Homer Simpson plan that I want to dig another thing and plant a tube and siphon out some dollars and then
The part of the tube looks like a tube, so you just
Yep.
think it's a tube there. Just
Yep.
like, okay, that's fine.
And then as I'm leaving, get my cape or jacket stuck in the thing and then have to call for Marge crying.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so great. Someone had a blue sock on and drew Marge's face, and then just pulled their pant leg down so it would reveal the face, so you could see that it was Marge because of the blue sock.
Someone was
enjoyable.
wearing a blue skirt and painted their body yellow, and Marge's face was here. And then what happened with the hair? I don't recall. But it really fit. It was really funny. Or was he having a tea? I don't remember.
We believe you. Don't we, Donatella? We believe him.
We do.
Yes.
Thanks.
I wish I had chips. Oh, the fucking chicken!
All right. Well, it's time to say our goodbyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks again for being on the program.
Thanks for having me. This was awesome.
Yay! Glad you enjoyed. Glad you enjoyed the cakes and the water. Also, that was awesome. We're on a network. It's called Upford Network.com. Check it out. Other things to plug? Okay. Good times. Plug them in. Smells great. Remplace la cartouche après 2 mois. Where am I right now? I'll have an orange. Stop me!
Bye.